And now I have the honor to present you Monsieur THIRUMURUGAN GANDHI, May17 coordinator, human rights activist from Tamil Nadu, India. You have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Anadol. The important topic that all the oppressed communities want to take up in the forum is that self-determination and autonomy. Why a concept called self-determination being brought into the international arena is that the peoples decided to rule themselves. It is no longer a rule of king or queen. It's no longer a colonial world. People living all over the world want to rule themselves. That can ensure their economical, social, cultural, political sovereignty. Because people want to live dignified life and they are entitled to do a decent life. And that's the sole purpose of modern democratic world. And for that purpose, this particular topic was and is extensively discussed in this forum. This is the only forum where we can able to discuss, because this forum in its charter says that right to self-determination is one of the fundamental human rights. And people across the world from the suppressed communities, the peoples from the suppressed nationalities wanted to have their self-determination to be ensured. Sole reason is that they want their cultural, economical, social, political rights were not treated as equal to the other people in their country they are currently living. When their rights were not treated at par with other people, it is an obvious reason that the humans will look for opportunities to establish a dignified life. And that is the reason we are here talking about self-determination. The decolonization will be true in its sense only when the peoples were allowed to live the way they live in the history. Otherwise, it will be very, very difficult for them to protect their rights. At various levels, this forum have discussed these rights and ensured that peoples have their right to self-determination. If they want to be an independent nation, they have all the rights to be an independent nation. Or if they want to associate itself as a federal to an existing state, they can very well be associated to that state, provided that should be agreed by the people. And also, they also be entitled to ensure their rights being protected. If they want to be a part of a country that is already existing, then these people should have the right to self-determination to create or establish their constitution. So talking about self-determination is no crime. Talking self-determination is the best democratic discussion in the world. Because unless otherwise we could able to protect our resources, our culture, our language, our economical tools or tools to flourish, then we will be deprived of all these rights, then we become a colonial state. This is what happened to the people of Western Sahara, to the people of Tamil Eelam, to the people of Kashmir, to the people of Palestine, and so many other nationalities who've been fighting for the self-determination status. And the large, powerful countries are hesitant to discuss this particular democratic discussion in the international space. The people from Tamil are deprived of right to self-determination. Because of that, they faced a genocide that happened in 2009. Unless otherwise, people couldn't be able to protect their children, their family, their land, their nature, their resources, and other forms of identity which they inherited over the years, that will be destroyed by a foreign or alien or occupying forces. This is what is happening in Western Sahara. This is what is happening in Kashmir. This is what is happening in Tamil and other parts of the world where we are seeing the people being protesting in the streets. Why women and children have to come to the street to protest against a mighty army? Why they should face criminal charges instead of leading a peaceful life, how we are seeing in the other parts of the world? It's because their dignity is at question. They want to lead a peaceful life. That is the reason they are getting into the struggle. They are getting into the protest. They are getting into all forms of resistance against these occupying forces. Tamil is being occupied by the singular racist military. For the past 70 years, these government institutions depriving rights of Tamil people and also occupying the lands now. They are colonizing the Tamil areas and more than 6,000 acres of land being occupied by the Sri Lankan military. Despite international community putting pressure on demilitarization and setting up an office of missing persons to do its own true sense and other forms of rights that to be ensured to the Tamil people, and Sri Lankan government is not willing to do. More than that, here we are having victims from the families, those who lost their husbands, son, and the loved ones. Despite they come all the way here to express their willingness to get the detail of whereabouts of those people, those loved ones, we often seen in the morning session, some of the Sri Lankan officials been visiting here and intimidating them openly, brazenly. And this is the kind of human rights violation that we are seeing. These officials who were involved in the genocidal act against Tamil people are very much here in the forum. They are visiting the conferences. They are documenting the people those are visiting from the island. They are intimidating them. If this is the case in the international arena, what would be the situation in Tamil areas, north and east of Sri Lanka? If these people who've been named for brutality, named for violations of international law, humanitarian law, human rights law, even under the peace mission in Haiti, they involved in sexual abuses of the children, visiting in this forum, intimidating the victims, though already lost their children, they lost their husbands, their loved ones, with so much pain and anguish. They're looking for justice here. For the past 9 years, they're searching for their loved ones, and they're here, and we are seeing Sri Lankan officials coming here under the different names and intimidating them, documenting them, threatening them. And this is the situation arising because the international community are so far silent on Sri Lanka. They are not going strong, establish a justice for the victims. Rather, the international community have allowed the perpetrators of the genocidal crime to investigate its own crime. It's not natural justice. Where on earth, people seeing that criminals can investigate their own crimes. But here, we are seeing Sri Lankan government is going for a domestic investigation of the crime what it committed. So in this situation, we are seeing that these kinds of officials, these kind of violators come here threatening people, and this is going to increase, and we are really, really worried about the safety and security of our women who came all the way from Sri Lanka, all the way from north and east of Sri Island, from the Tamil Eelam. We are really worried about their safety because one of the victims in the morning recorded that after she was returning from the protest on the missing persons, she was stabbed. She was attacked with a knife, and she complained in the police station. The police people let them go out, let the criminals out. The criminals are there everywhere. They were not arrested, they were not charged. A higher degree of impunity is there in Sri Lanka. We are really worried here. Because our women, our mothers are here. Our sisters are here. And they are expressing the experiences, what they are undergoing in Sri Lanka. And at this forum, we are really concerned that the safety of the Tamil people in the north and the east will not be ensured unless otherwise they've been offered to go for a referendum on their political status to go for Tamileelam, independent, sovereign Tamileelam. It is the only way forward for them to lead a dignified life. It is the only way for the international community to ensure that they stand with the victims. It is the only way for the international community to brand itself that it stands for democracy. Otherwise, they will see that the international community is still siding with the Communist state. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gandhi, you have very passionate way of speaking. I hope